Going to go right into hour number 3 as we welcome in former Northside Grizzly, former Oklahoma Sooner, soon to be on an NFL franchise, Mr. Tre Norwood. Tre, I know you've been in Norman for the last couple years. What has it been like these last couple months to be back in Arkansas, to be around family, to be around friends? And what's it just been like to be back in the natural state?
It's honestly been great because this is the first time, well, actually, a year ago from now, when COVID had hit and everything with quarantine, that was the first time I had been home that long since I had gotten to college. And this is kind of the same thing this time of the year. Just being able to spend some quality time with my family, my friends, and then being able to be around the ones that I grew up with for a significant amount of time. It's something that I love because usually when you're in the flow of things at school, you at the most you maybe get to come home for a week and a half. So you've been able to be back here, be able to work out with my guys, be able to hang out with my family. I've been loving it. So trying to take advantage of each and every moment that I get with them.
Trent, I know you're going to work out at 9 a.m. this morning. I know that we've kind of formed a relationship because you have some buddies that I play basketball with. What does your daily schedule look like in preparation to tomorrow night and this upcoming weekend?
For me, now it's kind of a set routine. I'll go work out. Actually, I'm going at 10. So I'll go to the gym at 10. I'll do all of my field stuff, so everything movement-wise on the field, and then kind of take like an hour or so break, get some food in me, and I'll come back in the afternoon around 3:30ish and get my lift in and finish up the day like that. And that's pretty much every day from Monday through Friday, and then on Wednesdays. So today it'll be a lot of movement, recovery type stuff. So stretching, mobility, and things of that nature. But kind of a set schedule, which I like. Staying in that routine, getting in the groove, and getting in the rhythm of things. So it's something that's fun as well. So I enjoy it.
Tre Norwood, former Northside Grizzly, Oklahoma Sooner, getting ready for the NFL draft with us here on the Morning Rush. I didn't say Arkansas Razorback there because you were never really offered by Arkansas. I know there's a lot of people listening that have the question, what happened? So tell us, what happened there? How did that connection ever get made?
Honestly, I don't know. I just, being a hometown kid, 40 minutes from the university, I just knew that I would have at least. I just knew I would at least get the offer, and have the opportunity to make that decision to go there or not. But their recruiting, I talked to them, but they never extended the offer. So it's something that was out of my control. Like I said, I wish I had the opportunity to at least make the decision on my own, but that wasn't the case. So. It's something that at that time, coming out of high school, I kind of felt some type of way, but everything worked out, in my favor as it is. So I don't regret anything.
I love how Tre answered that very respectfully. And when I asked him that the other day, he said it in the exact same way. But when you're the league leader, Big 12 in interceptions, and I know Bret's got other issues, but it's safe to say he missed on that one, Tommy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
At that time, Tre, did you want to be a Razorback? I mean, where did you grow up a fan of the Arkansas program? What was your mindset at that point? 4 years ago.
Right. For me, kind of how I mentioned, just being 40 minutes from the university, with it being the top program in the SEC, and the top program, especially here, with them being in the SEC Power 5 conference. For me, I always wanted the opportunity at least. Because honestly, I was a Georgia fan. That's probably kind of random, but I was a Georgia fan growing up. But always rooted for Arkansas because it was the hometown, and I still root for Arkansas, like I said, because it's the hometown. So
yeah,
it was something that I got kind of how I mentioned. It kind of rubbed me a little bit the wrong way because I was like,
well,
I mean, I'm here in your backyard. You know what I mean? But
it rubbed a lot of us the wrong way because it felt like Bielema just dropped the ball on you. And from my perspective, I mean, I don't think fans ever held animosity towards you or frustration with you. It was one of the things with Bielema that people were just frustrated with because you want to build a fence around your state. You want the best talent here, and it just felt like they either misevaluated you, didn't identify, didn't build a relationship. And I always wanted to ask you, what happened, because clearly you had the skills and ability, and it never worked out. And it was Arkansas's loss, clearly not your. I mean, you made it work for you and went on to great things, and Arkansas was the loser on this thing.
And let's not just point to Trey. Let's think about Xavier Kelly running a 4.3 right in front of Bret's eyes, and Sam begging Bret to offer him. He wouldn't do it. Let's think about Spencer Rattler, your former teammate, or your former, I guess, current teammate, Spence.
Right.
He grew up an Arkansas fan, and no one ever reached out to him or his dad. So it's just kind of some hits and misses. But that's recruiting. As we're speaking with Tre Norwood this morning, former Northside Grizzly, former Oklahoma Sooner. Trey, one of the recent things that you said in this Spun article, and I think we were discussing it the other day in person, is just kind of the guys you've gotten to cover over the years. And I know we have a lot of Dallas Cowboys that are listening to the program. The most difficult guy that you've ever had to cover in practice or a game was Sedarius C.D. Lamb. And that dude, whether it's college or we've seen glimpses in the NFL, is just an unbelievable talent. Why was he so difficult, and why is we, in your opinion, going to have a successful NFL career?
I tell people, this is what I tell people, because we came in together with the same class, so the 3 years that he was there before he went to the league, I'm getting to go against him every day in practice. And for me, as a receiver, he's an all-around receiver. I honestly, like I said, not even being biased because he was my teammate, because we're friends or anything like that. But there's honestly, as a receiver, I honestly can't name one thing that he can't do. If I'm just being completely honest, he has the speed. He's a great route runner. He's very physical. He does the things that most receivers don't like to do. He blocks and everything. He takes pride in all that. And the biggest thing is he catches everything. Anything in his vicinity, the ball is anywhere around him, and he gets a hand on it, I guarantee you he's coming down with it. So, for me, that's the biggest thing for me, because you can have blanket coverage on him, and he just makes a great catch. And just seeing his growth from our freshman year to his rookie season in the league. Oh man, it's going to get really scary, really ugly for guys in the league. Just because I know how great of a receiver he is, and just having the opportunity to compete with him each and every day in practice is something that I loved. Being able to make each other better each and every day, and then going out there on Saturdays and teaming up with each other. So that's what I tell people all the time when they ask me who's the best receiver I had to go against. I tell them it's just a guy that was on my team and not somebody on the opposing team.
Trey, you've had a standout career in football. A lot of people, if they remember, you're also a really talented basketball player. You think back to that 2017 squad that you guys had, you, Isaiah Joe, Tevin Brewer, who makes me look silly every Tuesday and Thursday. But I think back, like, Coach Burnett has done such a good job with that program. And you think about just some of the guys you play with, and now Jalen, who's just kind of another piece to that puzzle with Northside. Going back playing, we'll start with Isaiah for a sec before we move to Jalen. When you played with Jalen, you guys won that, Isaiah, when you guys won that state championship, did you ever think Isaiah was going to be the player he is today, a Philadelphia 76er?
For me, there's no surprise at all. I seen it coming because me, him, and Ted, we played ball together since we were grade school. So these are guys that I've been playing with my entire life. Seen the work that they both put in. I had hoop dreams when I was younger at one point, but came to find out quickly that was not going to be, my way to get into school. Find out football would be that quick, but just seeing that the work that they put in, honestly, it doesn't surprise me at all. This is something that I knew would happen with the career that, like I said, he had in high school, following 2 years that he had at Arkansas, which was great, and now with the 76ers. So this is something that doesn't surprise me at all. People that don't know him, he's a workaholic, stays in the gym, he's always putting up shots. So the hard work leads to a lot of success. So that's the main thing. And I know he's not going to do anything but continue to get better, continue to elevate and progress. So I'm excited for him as well to see, how his career plays out in the NBA.
Another guy that you didn't play with but is a Northside Grizzly and now up there on the hill, Jalen Williams. And I don't know if you watched him in junior high, if he was a ball boy for you guys back in the day, but he's going to be one of the integral pieces for this basketball team this next year. What have you thought when you've seen him play, and what does his future look like for Eric Musselman in this Arkansas basketball program, Trey?
His future is very bright. From the few games that I caught of Arkansas this year, basketball, and then just seeing, the stuff on social media, what he did this year was huge for the team. The role that he stepped into, I feel like he played his role great, and kind of how you just mentioned, it's only going to get bigger within this next season. So I feel like his future is very bright, and I feel like he'll be the next Hog from Fort Smith. Specifically coming from Northside to be in the NBA. Just like I said, kind of just what he did as a freshman, how he contributed to the team, and just knowing that his role is going to grow for however many years that he stays at Arkansas. I'm excited for him, so yeah. I'm eager to see how the season goes for him, knowing that he'll kind of be that main big that they have this year. So I know he's going to do well.
Trey, give us a sense of kind of the business side. You gave us a sense at the top of the interview of what you're doing physically to stay ready for the draft and what's going on with workouts and I'm sure going through the combine process and all that. What's the business side of this like, working with an agent and going through the conversations that you have to have? How's that behind the scenes right now?
It's going good. Honestly, before getting into this process, I don't know. If I'm the only guy that thinks or feels like this, but before, I was in the process. I thought it was just, you declare, you work out, you get your agent, you do the combine, the pro day, and it's draft day. But it's so much more with just starting from the beginning, the beginning part of the process. All the paperwork, all the things you have to fill out for the NFL, things of that nature. Then the calls with the teams, the Zoom meetings, talking to coaches and to the scouts. But for me, it's honestly fun because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm getting a chance to live out my dream. I'm getting a chance to play this game that I love and have the opportunity for it to be my job essentially. And people say when you're doing something that you love, you don't look at it as a job. So that's a big thing for me. But honestly, it's been fun. And especially with it being new and me, this being my first time going through it, but I've been enjoying it. The time is here now. Draft starts tomorrow, so it's going to be a fun weekend. And like I said, I'm still enjoying it. It's easy to see where I land. Yeah,
well, I hate the fact that you were never a Razorback, but proud of a Fort Smith guy doing great things and a lot of good stuff going on, and we are rooting for you. That great things are ahead of you in the next few days.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for making some time for us, Trey.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day.